Floor routine for Svetlana Boginskaya, Jim, and this could be the key where she makes her move. She now trails her teammate Kalinina by less than 1/10 of a point, but her floor routine has been the rage. At the 1989 World Championships, this avant-garde, very unusual floor routine, she got a 10 on that to take over the all-around title. It's a wild routine. I think that it's absolutely going to knock your socks off. She's not going to win anything with her tumbling, but she could definitely, with her style, take over the lead from her teammate. You're going to love it. It's a real treat.
All right, Hannah, while waiting for Boginskaya, Janine Rankin of Canada is on the beam and has just fallen off the beam and has remounted. And they alternate the competition so that everybody here can see each event as it happens instead of trying to separate your mind and your eyes from one event to the other. Rankin is concluding as Boginskaya is getting ready. And the Soviets as a group, Kathy, are just, well, I'll use Hannah's term, will knock your socks off on floor exercises. They're terrific.
They will knock your socks off and bring tears to your eyes. They are so graceful and elegant on this event. Boginskaya has a little bit different style than many of the other Soviet gymnasts. It is a little bit avant-garde. She shows different types of dance elements in the routine, but very much uses the music.
I've talked about it since coming here 30 years ago on the baths of Cala in Rome. Larissa Latinina, who has won more gold medals internationally than any other gymnast, was the first that I recall putting ballet-type dance movements into the floor exercise. And that's 30 years ago, and the Soviets have perfected on what she did.
Well, Latinina was very much ahead of her time and sort of started the pace for the Soviet Union to remain ahead of the game.
The world champion.
Opens with a full twisting double back in tight position. Very well done. A lot of attention paid to the details of the routine. One and a half twists through to a double back. Very difficult combination pass. And really difficult for a gymnast of her height, 5'3½", to fit that in the diagonal. The last tumbling run is a double back and a beautiful landing. She just really does not give away any 1/10 of a point for form deduction. And back to the theme of the routine. Very nicely done, very entertaining, and as I said, a little bit different style than many of the other Soviet gymnasts.
Boginskaya trying to catch her teammate Kalinina, who was last to go on the balance beam in this rotation. On the floor X, still to be seen, Betty Okino of the USA and Kim Zamelska of the USA.
And Henrietta Onodi, who was just in front of Boginskaya here on the floor exercise, scored a 9.887. She was in 4th going into that event. So she's right there in the hunt as well. We're looking at her first pass. Beautiful form. Laid out position with a full twist in the first somersault. Pikes the second somersault. I really like this pass. It's a 1.5 twist through to a double back. She's very efficient on these double backs. She actually does cowboy though, meaning she pulls those legs out to the side, and most of the time that is a slight deduction. We'll see what they do with the world champion.
You got a very slight deduction, 9.975 for Boginskaya. At the moment, with Kalinina still to go on the beam, Svetlana is in the lead. But moments ago, Henrietta Onodi of Hungary was on the same apparatus, if you call the floor exercise an apparatus, and this is her performance, because remember, she is in the hunt, as Kathy said, for a medal.
She was the bronze medalist at the the recent European Championships on this event. She has wonderful tumbling passes. Shows all different types of tumbling abilities, twisting and somersaulting. She has really matured since I saw her 2 years ago. Whip back through to a full twisting double back. Same element that Bogunskaya did, except Henrietta Onodi tumbled into it. Makes it a little more difficult. Watch this triple twist. Incredible. The best triple twist I've seen done. Watch this pass. Double twist, punch front. Tumbles right out of it. And you think that's her last pass? Wrong. She does 4 tumbling passes in her routine. Most of the gymnasts only do 3. Finishes with a pike double back. Can't land it any better than that. Tremendous job on the floor exercise.
And that was a 9.887 for 16-year-old Henny Onodi of Beskiskaba, Hungary. I love what she wrote down when they said, what are your favorite things for eating? Music, stuffed chicken and vanilla ice cream.
I think this really shows what the reputation of a world champion can do for you. Henrietta actually did so much more difficulty than Bogunskaya. But Bogunskaya is a little bit cleaner, a little more mature on her dance. And I'll tell you what, the reputation that she has does not hurt her. But Henrietta is doing an excellent job in this competition. This is absolutely beautiful. Finishes those twists. That's 3 twists in the air and drops it right down. Her final tumbling run was a double pike, but of course remember she did the side tumbling run in the middle of the routine, which really increased the difficulty.
Age 16. There's her score, as we told you, 9.887. The story tonight remains the Soviets are in the hunt for the gold and the silver with Onodi and Fernandez and Li of China. As we take a look now at the beam. And this is Gogian of Romania.
And this is the tiniest gymnast in the competition, I think. 4'5". Handspring, 2 layout step outs. Very nicely done.
From Foshan in Romania, their top junior.
Back handspring. Almost a layout, almost a tuck. Hard to determine exactly what that was. It was a back somersault. The position was not quite clear enough. It's really very sad that the Romanians could not send an entire team. In fact, from what I hear, they had actually sent the team to the airport, and they found out after they got there that they were unable to go.
And is it true they've closed many of their training centers for gymnasts?
That's what I've heard. Nice job on the balance beam. Round off, double back dismount. Slight little step on the landing.
Ida Gogian, 13 years old. And here is Betty Okino, 15 years old, approaching her performance in the floor exercise. And we'll bring you Gogian's numbers, her score, when we get them.
She has had minor to medium breaks on both her first 2 events. Strong performance here. Try and get back up to that 9-9 range. Opens with a full twisting double back. Betty has become much more aggressive in competition. In fact, in 1989 at the National Championship, she didn't even place, and she ended up second at the recent 1990 USA Championships. Triple turn, just slightly fell out of it. Very difficult turn. Little tumbling run, some pike double back. She was really on those tumbling passes. You can see she has tape on her toes. I'm sure it is for the turns. She does a double turn on beam and a triple turn on floor. Just makes those turns a little bit easier. Those of you that don't know, the floor exercise is a carpet material. Tuck double back. Very nice landings on all of her tumbling runs. Very clean, precise, good strong routine for Betty.
Betty Okino, American flags in evidence. Looks like they won't get a medal tonight in the all-around. Improbable, but the apparatus remains tomorrow. And if anybody can keep them ready, it is Bella and Marta Caroli.
You mentioned Marta. Bella gets most of the attention, obviously, from that couple, but Marta is very much the backbone of that coaching staff. She is an excellent coach on balance beam for these kids. Full twisting double back, just pulls it right around, and as I said, her strength here was really the landings of the tumbling runs. She doesn't do as much difficulty as, say, the Soviets, but she does these quite well and doesn't give away that 1/10 of a point with an unstable landing. And she ended with a tucked double back.
While awaiting her score, Gina Gogin of Romania got a 9.737 on the beam, 9.887. That moves Betty Okino into third place, remembering that Natalia Kalinina is yet to go. But as of the moment, she's in third, so she'll be about fourth. Lili is also in the hunt. It's not over yet, is it? Let's go to Larry King.
We have, oh, look at that. They told me we found something in the bay. We found the logo in the bay. That's what we'll call this break. We'll be back with the logo in the bay.
At the end of the first two rotations, Natalia Kalinina is yet to go on the beam, and this is the third rotation. Kim Zmeskal, the America's best hope, who fell on the uneven bars, is about to go in the floor exercise once the score is in on Mari Kosuge of Japan, who has just completed her performance. And Lili of China, who has just completed her performance on the balance beam, at this moment is in second. You would expect that Kalina would take over first, Boginskaya remain in second, and Lili third. But Okino is still in the hunt, and Kim Zmeskal is not tonight, Kathy, having the kind of night she had last night. But she's got to keep the level of performance up. I'm sure she will, looking ahead to the individual apparatus of tomorrow night. Kim getting ready for her performance. Only 14 years old, and just 14, Bella Caroli, her coach, down in Houston, Texas.
Regardless of how Betty and Kim finish this evening's competition, they have really shown the international judges something here. So they will definitely know them now. So the next time they come out in international competition, the World Championships next year, the Olympic Games in '92, they have already put their names out there, and the judges are very aware of them and aware of what they're capable of.
The Zmeskal parents looking on. Their young daughter is next up. She's just waiting for Kyoko of Japan to complete her performance on the balance beam, and it is just about over. That is why Kim is waiting.
Kimbo.
And here's Bella Caroli talking to her while he waits.
He calls her Kimbo, little nickname he has for her.
At the beginning.